Let's talk about low self-esteem. It's the single most annoying trait a person can have. Now, don't get me wrong, there are plenty of people in this world who should have low self-esteem because they're factually worthless as human beings, but we need them to serve as hamburgers no matter how unpleasant they are, so mass suicide isn't the answer. But when people who have value suffer from low self-esteem, nothing is more infuriating. Have you ever told a girl she's pretty and gotten a response like, "Oh, thanks, but I'm really not." "Oh, my mistake. You're right. On closer inspection, you're actually quite the troll." I don't get why I get so much attention from guys. I mean, I'm not pretty. You know it's not up to you, right? When the chick invented the phrase, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, she did it to shut them bitches up. Now, low self-esteem might be an exploitable ticket into someone's bed, but if you're trying to maintain a relationship with that person who is someone you care about, you're gonna hit wall after wall trying to build them up. They're notoriously resistant to compliments, so don't bother. Instead, if you want to see real, tangible results, insult and degrade them on a daily basis. It's a great team-building exercise, and you'll find yourselves growing closer without even realizing it's happening. Just don't be surprised if later on you become a suspect in their disappearance. The alternative is to leave that person abruptly and exacerbate their low self-esteem for the next person who dates them. Create an endless cycle of dejection and reinforce that self-loathing, like shattering a shattered crystal. Your self-esteem is a product of environment. I don't think genetics has a thing to do with it. Just because your parents think they're garbage doesn't mean you'll think you're garbage. But if they think they're garbage, they probably think you're garbage, and then being a byproduct of garbage, it's likely you'll think you're garbage, but you'll definitely think they're garbage. If people tell you you're garbage growing up, you'll assume the role of garbage, so there are a lot of factors that could heavily affect whether or not you think you're garbage. It's very difficult to emerge from a pile of garbage, I'm told, so you have a tough battle if you're garbage. Can high self-esteem be just as annoying as low self-esteem? Nope. High self-esteem is the default setting for humanity, but is incrementally lowered as negative people in your life condition you. You think babies have low self-esteem? For the first 6 years of their life, they're incapable of understanding anyone's perspective but their own. They demand attention 24 hours a day and get pissed off if they feel like life isn't about them for even a second. If babies had low self-esteem, they would emerge from the womb silently and probably starve to death, wondering if staying alive is worth the cost their parents have to pay to feed them. Low self-esteem is unnatural. There are zero examples of animals feeling unworthy of life. They all think they're the shit, with full understanding of their evolutionary purposes. You won't see predators getting existential while chasing their prey like, "What's it all for? It's so you can eat, you dipshit." I'm a selfish and arrogant asshole, and none of those words hold negative connotations for me. Do I care about myself more than other people? Why the hell wouldn't you? The only person living your life is you, which sounds super obvious, but some people don't seem to get it on the level it needs to be got. Your life is only over when you die. Therefore, the most important person in your life is, can we check the board please, yourself. If you had the choice to press two buttons, where one of them killed 100 strangers somewhere far away, and the other one killed yourself, for me that choice requires no thought whatsoever. Some people would agonize over it. Some people would feel overburdened with guilt and end up suiciding after the consequences anyway, which is literally the worst and most pointless possible outcome of that scenario, because then you killed those people for absolutely nothing, and you're an ungrateful pile of shit. Nobody finds themselves looking at the two buttons like, can I pick both? Hell, if the other option was to kill one stranger instead of 100, plenty of people still would have trouble with it, and that is just baffling. Morality puzzles are popular to ponder for dumb people who can't make up their minds and seem to have no grasp on their own morality. A common one is whether or not you would go back in time to kill baby Hitler, knowing what he becomes. And I wouldn't do it. And it's not that I don't feel comfortable taking the life of an infant, it's that I don't care. I live in Oregon in 2015. The Holocaust could not be further removed from my experience. The only way it affects my life 70 years later is having to incorporate it into my understanding of history, so no, I would not take the time and effort to save your grandfather's third cousin. My deepest condolences. Pray you get the chance instead of me. Arrogance is another word often viewed as a negative trait by the majority of people. I don't think so. People are like, you're full of yourself, as if they would prefer me to be empty of myself, or worse, full of someone else. Arrogance is a turn-on for me. I think it's hot when a girl thinks she's the shit, provided that claim can be verified. Pretentiousness is not hot. It's really annoying. If you think you're awesome, you better damn well be, which is where I deflect scrutiny every time. Pretentiousness works on the side of low self-esteem too, and it's most obnoxious. If you say you suck, you better fucking suck, or I'm gonna get real mad at you for denying your inner greatness, or at least slightly above mediocrity. People always say to love yourself, then they despise people who do because they refuse to take their own advice. If everyone loved themselves, nobody would be miffed at other people loving themselves. And when you love someone who loves themselves, it's great because you agree on something, and shared opinions blossom into trusting bonds every time. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I'll play myself off.